Hi, I'm Kimberly Danylko, and I'm the program director of Hope On Horseback, which formerly was called TREC, Therapeutic Riding Equestrian Center. And I was actually one of the founders, and I'm also one of the instructors and the equine manager, so I wear a lot of hats. Horseback riding is really amazing what it does for people. With anybody, just sitting on a horse helps your core strength, your balance, your posture. And then as the horse starts walking, it does more. Anytime wherever the horse is moving, it challenges your balance and your posture. And you're constantly working to sit properly. And so people who have a disability, it does even more for them. It helps them. And the kids and adults that may not be able to participate in any sports and do anything can be sitting on a horse and controlling the horse and really doing something and having fun at the same time. So they are working on their balance and all these things, even hand-eye coordination and even social skills. When they ride, there's a person leading the horse usually, and we have volunteers on each side supporting them as needed. So it helps them. So they're interacting with the horse, with their sidewalkers, and with the other riders in a class. And we have people in wheelchairs. We have people at paraplegics riding. We actually have a hydraulic lift. We can pick people right up out of their wheelchair and put them on the horse, which you would think, that's amazing, and it is. And they're sitting up there riding and steering the horse and looking down on people instead of looking up out of their wheelchair. They're higher and they're controlling something, and they're having opportunities over and over again to have a success of doing something positive. We have a beautiful facility here in Fairview, which we're thrilled to have. It's probably one of the best horse equestrian centers in the whole area. We have 2 huge big indoor arenas, an outdoor arena, and trails. We take our riders out on trails. It's Tailwind Equestrian Center on Saratania Road, and we've been there now for since 30-some years. And we ourselves have 12 horses. There's probably 50 or 60 more horses on the facility. So it's a really beautiful place and well kept up. We have a beautiful handicapped accessible bathroom. You wouldn't think you have a nice bathroom on a barn, but we do. And we have a nice lounge, and we have area for the parents a heated area, and it's comfortable for them to watch their children ride. We're really lucky to have what we have. We have all different kind of horses, and that's what's important. We're even looking for a couple more horses right now. Usually the older horses are more settled and calm, but we're trying to get a horse under 20 right now. A lot of our horses, we even have a horse that's 31. And a couple of them, we have to train them especially to work with a hydraulic lift. We have a wheelchair ramp, and it takes a little while to get horses get used to standing perfectly still for the ramp. And we have steps that we get on and off the horse with. The horses have to be trained to get used to wheelchairs, balls. Kids, we have a lot of autistic children that come, the first time they get on, they might scream and yell and kick their feet. And the horses have to be trained, and the best horses know when a person gets on doing that, they're like, okay, when you're ready, I'll go. But when a skilled rider, we have what we call equine conditioning team of volunteers that keep the horses in shape in between and over the winter. And when a skilled rider gets on, they know, and they'll do everything they ask them to do carefully. So it's amazing to see what the horses figure out and how good they are with these kids and adults. But we have some wonderful volunteers we have volunteers that have been with us for 30 years, and 10 years, 12 years. And we have some that come for other programs, like our veterans, and then they come back and volunteer for the children, and they love it. For years, we've had programs for children and adults with mental and physical challenges, and we've actually started expanding our program. So we have children with cerebral palsy, mentally challenged, like I said, a lot of autistic children, blind, deaf, and paraplegics. But recently, in the last few years, we've added a program for veterans, which we do not charge for veterans. We got one grant for it, and we're trying to get some more grants, and donations are good to help that. We think we're trying to give back to our veterans. And then we've also added a program for crime victims, or through the Crime Victims Center. We've collaborated with the Crime Victims Center and the Regional Cancer Center. So we have cancer survivors coming out and the crime victims coming out on a different day. And we also have a new program just a couple of weeks started from the Mercy Center for Women coming out. It's not all riding either, and it's hard to explain because they start off with doing some groundwork with the horses. And horses don't judge people. They just go by your body language and how you even feel that one day. And you have to be authentic. They know when you're faking it. So these people are working with these horses on the ground, and it's amazing to see how it changes them, and how they're telling us how when they go home they feel calmer and they feel more trusting, and they're realizing how how their feeling affects people around them, and it's very hard to explain it without seeing it, but it's really amazing. And then most of them start riding also, and they learn to ride, and they're really enjoying that. And then, like I said, a lot of them are coming back and volunteering also.